Hey YouTube, this is Oracle DBA Girl, and well, today basically we're gonna go over how to install Oracle 11G databases on a Windows environment, and we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. Just a few notes that I wrote down. It is your choice if you want to install it on your personal PC, but I recommend using VMWare Player. The reason why I recommend using VMWare Player is because you're gonna have to basically break your database so many times, and if it's installed on your personal PC, it's gonna be quite it's gonna be sort of challenging to deinstall um, Oracle. Whereas if you have VMware Player, you can just wipe out everything and just reinstall. It's a lot better than um, doing it on your PC because you may have to end up re-imaging your PC. Anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to install VMware Player. Once we install VMware Player, we're going to install Windows 7 on top of that. Once we do that, then we're going to install the database, and then we're going to install SQL Developer with JDK. You need all these programs, and you'll see why. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all 3 different methods on ways of interacting with your databases. Basically, I have here, well, with Windows 7, as you're studying, you're going to see the book focuses on a Windows environment, but real world experiences, you're going to be working with Linux and Unix. So I feel it's best to go through both, and I'm going to help you out with as much as I can in this video, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. I already have the link open. So, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this link and put it in the description box of the video. And I'm going to do that for every installation that you need. So, just go ahead and get the link and come here. And we're going to click download on this first box. And it's downloading now. So, I don't want you all to have to wait every time something downloads. So, I'm just going to pause the video. And when it's done, we'll go from there, okay? Because we're going to be downloading stuff all throughout the video. So, we're just going to do it this way. Okay, so it's complete. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And yes, to install it. Okay, it's installing. Okay, next. I don't want to check for updates on startup, so I'm going to uncheck that. I don't want to help improve VMware Player. Next. Shortcuts are fine, so next. Click continue to begin the process. Okay, it's going to start downloading. This is going to take some time, so I'm going to pause the video. By the way, go ahead and get whatever CD it is you're going to be installing. If you're using Windows 7, you're going to need it. If you have an ISO file, you're going to need it. So I'm pausing the video and we're going to go from there, okay? While I keep going over there. Okay, just completed, so I'm going to hit finish. And then I'm going to go to start. Okay, click on VMware Player to open it. Yes, I accept the license and agreements. Alright, so go ahead and make sure your CD is in, or if you have an ISO, you can do it either way. You're going to create a new virtual machine. Alright, it's reading my disk, but if you have a ISO, you can just click on the install the disk image, hit browse. Wherever it is stored, go to it, click on the image, hit open, and it'll read it from there. But for this, we are doing a CD. So I'm going to hit next. Alright, it's asking for my Windows product key, so I'm going to pause the video to put that in. Okay, so the next screen we have is Windows 7. It's asking for the virtual machine name. I'm just going to leave it as Windows 7. And I guess, to make sure we say Oracle database, so you'll know that the database is there. So I'm gonna hit next. I always leave it whatever they recommend. I leave that. It can stay exactly how it is. Alright. If you want to customize, like if you want to change your memory, you can. Uh, network adapter, I would leave it at net. But I think bridge is pretty good. If you know what you're doing, fine. Go ahead and you can hit customize hardware and you can change it. This is your network settings. If you want to use bridge, you can. I'm going to stay with net because I would rather use my host IP address. If you want to change your memory and all that stuff, go right ahead. I'm going to leave it right where it is. But power on the virtual machine after creation, yes. So now it's going to go ahead and begin to install. What's this? Okay, my webcam, that's fine. And I don't want to do anything with VMware, so I don't want to do any updates. So I'll remind me later. So now it's installing Windows. Of course, you all know that this is going to take at least like maybe 20-30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and let this install. And when it's finished, we'll go ahead and download all the files that we'll need and just go from there, okay? Okay, you guys, well, it just completed, so we're going to exit out this, and then we're going to make the screen bigger. So you want to come to start, and then hit display, put display here. If you have Windows XP, you want to go to your control panel. Alright, so we're going to make the screen bigger by going to the resolution. I'm sorry, I didn't, let me specify. I'm sorry, you guys. Alright, display. And then you're going to hit change display settings. Okay, and then you're going to go to, when you hit resolution, you're going to go to, let's do this one. The rest of them I think will be a bit too big. So hit apply, and then keep changes. Okay, this is bigger and this is fine. This is fine. So now what we're going to do is close this. Now, if you are using Windows XP, you want to install Java. Java is already installed on Windows 7 and I believe Vista, but if not on Vista, you want to install it as well. What we're going to do here is go to Internet Explorer. We're going to go ahead and download every program that we're going to need. The first thing that we're going to download is going to be Adobe Flash. You're going to need Adobe Flash for one of the ways to interact with the databases. So just go to Adobe and download Adobe Flash Player. Uncheck, hit download, and okay, you want to run it. So, okay, run, yes. Okay, so while that's running, you want to also go to oracle.com, and again, I'm going to put all these in the link, in the description box. Okay, there it is. Wasn't running. Want to see what was going on. So okay, on Oracle you're gonna go to downloads, then you're gonna go to Oracle database. Okay, you need to sign in. So I'm gonna click on sign in. If you don't have a username and password for Oracle, now is the perfect time to sign up for one. You just hit sign up and you go from there. So I'm going to pause and put in my username and password. Where's the... Okay, once you sign in, you should be at this screen. And the flash box also popped up. So we're going to do allow Adobe to install updates and hit next. Okay, so you want to click accept license agreement. And now for the virtual machines, regardless, you want to use Windows 32-bit. Doesn't matter if you have a 64-bit PC, I always use Windows 32-bit because if you don't, you will have problems installing it. I don't know if it's a compatible issue with 64 or what, but only 32-bit works on virtual boxes. So we're going to save that, and then we're going to click on File 2, and we're going to save that. So we have both of those running. While that's downloading, we're also going to go to google.com, type in Oracle SQL Developer with JDK. So I'm going to put this link in the description box as well, and hit download. Okay. So, and hit download. Save. Okay, so we have all three of those programs downloading. It's gonna be a while before they're finished. So while we're waiting on those, I'm gonna pause it. And Adobe Flash Player, mine is complete. Yours should be complete. So hit finish. And of course, this page, make sure your installation is successful. So we're just gonna exit out. I'm gonna pause the video, and when I come back, we'll go ahead and we have to extract, and then we'll begin to install. So I'm gonna pause the video. Okay, all of the downloads just completed. So we're gonna go ahead and just open up the download folder. Okay, and you want to go ahead and extract all three of these folders. This is going to take some time as well. And that's SQL. So I just extracted all three folders. So I think this is going to take maybe about 10-15 minutes. And when they're completed, we're going to go ahead and start the installation process of the database. So see you all in a few. Okay, I'm back, you guys. Okay, all three of the folders are done extracting. So what you want to do now is you want to come to this second folder, the database 202. What you're going to do is you're going to click on that folder. You're going to go into the database file, the stage file, the components files. These three files, you're going to copy them. And then, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the first folder, one of two, and you're going to go to database, stage, components, and you're going to paste. I like to go through and make sure that they are pasted. They did. They pasted as shortcuts though. They didn't actually paste the file. Let me do this over. I want to make sure I do this right. And I will explain to you why I'm doing this once I complete it. I just cut them. Cut. And go back to one of two. And components. And you're going to paste them. Okay, that time they copyright. That's 1, 2, 3. Now, the reason why we did that, I don't know why Oracle has it set up that way. But if those three files are not in this folder, your database will not install. Now that we have that place where it should be, we're going to click on Setup. And that was in 1 of 2, database 1 of 2. Okay? So the setup is starting now. And this isn't going to take too long to start. Okay, so you're going to uncheck I wish to receive security updates via my Oracle support. Okay, it's going to say you did not provide an email address. Do you want to continue? Yes. Okay, we're going to create and configure a database. Next. We're doing a desktop class for now. And then you're going to hit next. Alright, now here, for the most part, we're going to leave this the same. This, I always change the name. After 11.2.0, I always come here and erase the DB home. And I always name whatever I want the name of my database to be. I always name my database Oracle Test. You want to keep it something simple. I always name my Oracle Test. I don't know why, I just do. For the global database name, well, you want to give it the name of your Oracle database, and then you want to give it, you can give it an IP address, or you can type local domain. I always do local domain. So I'm going to do Oracle Test. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oracle Test local domain. And for the password, go ahead and make up the password. Make sure you remember your password because you're going to use it more than once. And also another thing to point out, when you get this administrative password, the admin password entered does not conform to the Oracle recommended standards. That's fine. You can put the same thing here and you can hit next. But I know what I like my password to be, so just put whatever you want it to be. Oh, sorry. I don't know why, but my mouse is all over the place. Alright, so next. Alright, so it's doing a prerequisite check. This isn't going to take long. Okay, then we're going to hit finished. Alright, so now it's starting to install the database. When this reaches 100, it's going to open up another window called the Database Configuration Assistant. It's just going to pop up. So I may not catch it in time, but if you all see another box pop up, it's going to be the Database Configuration Assistant. So we're just waiting on that. I'm going to pause the screen until this finishes. Oh, and by the way, if this gets to, I think, 30% or like 60%, I believe it's 60%. If it gets to 60% and it tells you it could not find the file, it's because you didn't copy those 3 files over correctly. And if you didn't copy those 3 files over correctly, it's not going to install. Your database will not install, and the best thing that I can recommend you to do at this point, if it gets to 60 and those files aren't there, is to basically just erase this VMware and restart over. But if it continues to go past 60, you know you are on the right track. So I'm going to pause this video, and when the database control assistant comes up, I will resume. Okay, this is the database configuration assistant. It's running. I just started the video to show you all how it looks. So if you're getting this screen, then you know that you are installing your database correctly. Everything is a go. And now we just have to wait till this get finished. This is going to take a little longer than the first screen took. So I'm going to pause it, and I'll be back when this is complete. Okay, when everything is complete, this is what you're going to see. And it just give you some information on your database. This right here is the global name, and again, that's your SID. The name of your database is Oracle Test. So you can save this screen if you want to. The book recommends you to, but I'm just gonna hit OK. Alright, so we are done. We have one more thing that we have to do, and it's basically already downloaded. So we're gonna come to the SQL Developer folder, and you're gonna click on it. And I like to do two things. I like to, you can pin to start, not start menu, I'm sorry, but pin to taskbar. I like to pin it there, and also put it on the desktop as a shortcut. Send to the desktop. I like to do those two things. So, alright, now what I'm going to do now is basically show you all 3 ways to interact with your database, because we are done with all installations. The first thing we're going to do is command line. You can interact with your database with command line or SQL Plus. So to get to SQL Plus, what I do is CMD for command line, and here I type in SQL Plus. Okay, it's going to ask you for a username, and here, well, we can just do system. And for the password, it's going to be the password you created when you first created a database. Alright, so now you are in SQL Plus. Being that we're here, what we're going to do now is go ahead and create your sample data for the database. So I'm just going to help you all do that. Here you're going to type alter user. For the first one, let's do sh account unlock. So we just unlocked that account, and now let's do alter user sh identified by, and this is the password. Normally for the schema accounts, for the sample data, you give them the same password for the username. So let's do sh. So that person has, we created a user sh and we gave it the password of sh. Another sample account is alter user Scott account unlock. And well, the password for Scott is usually Tiger, but if you want to make it Scott, you can. I'm going to make it Tiger because that's what I'm used to doing. So it's alter user Scott identified by Tiger. Alright, so then you have alter user HR account unlock, alter user HR identified by HR. And you ought to be able to see this better later. And I just noticed something. You definitely have to have attention to detail as a DBA. So with the HR account, this is the first one you're going to come into contact with when you're studying SQL in the book. And the last one that we're going to do is alter user OE account unlock. Alter user OE account, identified by OE. Alright, so that was just us using SQL Plus, interacting with the database on command line. And another thing too, you all will learn more on the administration part. We just created users with alter users, And we also gave them a password. This is managing users. You're going to use that a lot as a DBA. Someone will call and say, I made a mistake and I locked myself out of my account. Can you unlock it? And that's what we did. We unlocked it. And somebody may call and say, I, forgot my password, or I got my password wrong 4 or 5 times and it locked me out. So in that case, you would do auto user, whatever the username is, identified by the password, and you would give the user whatever the password is that you set. So this was us just playing with it and interacting with the database with a command line. Now we're going to open SQL Developer, and you can just click on it and run. Depending on how much memory you have, this could be a little slow, but it's going okay, but I have seen slower in the past. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and set it up. This has to be set up. So we're going to check SQL source and we're going to hit OK. And then we're going to hit yes. Now we're creating a new account. So we can exit out of this. We're going to do plus. Okay. Connection name, we'll create just 2 connection names. The first one is going to be system. And the username is going to be system. And the password is the password that you created when you created the database. This is my personal computer, so I'm going to say save password. But if you're in a working environment, you probably don't want to do save password. Now for connection type, we're going to leave that as TNS, and we can leave this at default. For the network alias, you want to do Oracle test. And then you want to hit test. It says status success. So you want to connect. And it just created the system schema. So here you want to also add another new account. And you want to do HR. HR is the user, and HR. So you can save password, and this is just creating the HR user. So I'll show you all in a few what we'll be able to do with it. Okay, you have TNS here, network alias. You're gonna do Oracle test, whatever you named your database, and you want to test it. It says success, so you want to hit connect. Now, the reason why people like to use SQL Developer, you can definitely do command line here. What makes it great is you can also just, it's easier to do certain things. Okay, like with the HR account, like if you click here and you go to the tables, you see the tables that's listed in this database. You have country, departments, employee, job history, and so. So let's say that I want to get some information from one of the tables in the HR account. We're logged on to HR account right now. So what I could do is I could say select star from the employees table. And then I would hit this button. And it gave me 107 people. 107 rows, and it has names. I believe this is their first and last name, email, and phone numbers. And if you go here and you hit plus, you see the same thing. Employee ID. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. It's been a while since I used this. Okay, here it is. Okay, you have employee ID. You have or first name, last name, email, phone number. So you basically have the same information. So that's basically how you would use SQL Developer versus using SQL Plus. And the last and final thing that I want to show you all, the third way to interact with the database on Windows is you would go to All Programs, you would go to Oracle, and Database Control. This is the name of your database, Oracle Test. You click here, and what it's going to do is open a web-based GUI for your database. Alright, so the username is going to be system, and your password is going to be the password you created. And log in. It's going to take just a second because this is the first time going into it. Alright, and basically you just have a visual. You're able to just click here and just see things. I remember when I was studying, you're definitely going to be in these two tabs a lot. You're also going to be in this one a lot. It's just different things you can do if you come. Like if you click on this, you can add control files. You can add table space. You can add space to the data files. You can add your redo log groups and stuff. Just, this makes it a lot easier. But just because it makes it easier, I have to advise you all, this right here is something that you really want to learn. You want to get in, you want to learn these SQL commands, you want to learn how to use select, you want to learn how to use alter, you want to learn how to use delete, you want to learn how to use drop, you want to learn when and when not to use the SQL statements, because when this right here goes down, or if you can't fix it by clicking, you have to know your SQL. So I definitely encourage you all to really take learning SQL seriously. And for the most part, I have shown you all 3 ways how to interact with the database that we have installed. So if you all have any questions, definitely shoot me a message. Shoot me a message on YouTube. Comment, subscribe, hit the like button for me, guys. The next video we will be going over is how to install Oracle on a Linux environment. And if you all want to see anything, just let me know. Any questions, anything, just let me know. You all enjoy your day. Hope you all enjoyed the video. And have a great night. And I'll put the next video up either next weekend or weekend after that.